Friends, after 1 year of genocide, maybe we thought, maybe the world thought, that Israel had exhausted its reservoir of barbarity and horror, had nothing left to demonstrate about its capacity to unleash and to tolerate acts of the most obscene depravity. And then, this week, we all saw the images of 19-year-old Shaban al-Dalu burning alive, still tied to his IV drip, his last moments on earth filled with an agony that cannot be imagined. There are moments when a single image can come to symbolise the brutal nature of an entire system of oppression, as did the image of Emmett Till's disfigured face after his murder at the hands of southern white racists symbolise for the entire world the horrors of segregation, and as did the image of Kim Phuc burnt by napalm symbolise the horrors of America's colonial war in Vietnam, because what the film of Shaban al-Dalu's death revealed is not an isolated moment of horror, but the raw, brutal face of Israel's decades-long system of oppression. What we all saw was not, as Israel and its allies, including our own government, would have us believe, the act of a state defending itself, because the truth is this: Israel is not defending itself. That story only makes sense if history began on October the 7th, but of course that is not true. The reality is, since 1948, Israel has employed an unbroken chain of brutal violence in order to dispossess an indigenous people, colonise their land, ethnically cleanse those it is able to, and subject those it does not ethnically cleanse or kill to a life of subjugation under a system of apartheid. The horrific burning alive of Shaban al-Dalu is the raw, naked, barbaric face of that oppression that on a daily basis, on October the 6th, October the 5th, October the 4th, and on every day before then, back to 1948, had sought to strip a people of their dignity, humiliate them, imprison them, demolish their homes, separate them from their land and from each other, and periodically slaughter them. And friends, the other truth that we knew, but that was confirmed in its starkness this week, is that this entire system of oppression is supported across Israeli society. Shaban al-Dalu's death has not led to soul-searching across the Israeli mainstream. Instead, this week, we have all seen videos of Israeli citizens dancing in Tel Aviv bars to the popular song, "May Your Villages Burn." When you burn Palestinian villages, as Israelis do regularly, what happens is that Palestinians die in the way we all saw Shaban al-Dalu die this week. But friends, whilst our leaders still cannot find their moral conscience, whilst they still refuse to act, whilst this week again Keir Starmer refused to end all weapons sales when he was challenged to do so by Zara Sultana, when this week he again chose to impose more sanctions on Iran. Whilst our government maintains its complicity, the world is waking up. Israel is becoming increasingly isolated. Even this week, Italy, under the leadership of Meloni, the far-right ethno-supremacists decided it could no longer justify selling weapons to Israel. And across the world, support for the campaign for boycott, divestments and sanctions is growing. So we need to escalate every single one of our actions. We need you back here with us on the streets on November the 2nd, the anniversary of the Balfour Declaration, 3 days before the US election. We will be marching from the Foreign Office to the US Embassy. We need you to join the next National Day of Action against Barclays Bank on November the 16th. Over 4,000 people have now closed their account. We need that to be tens of thousands of people. We need you to join the lobby of Parliament on November the 27th, and on the following day, we need you in your workplaces to take place in the next National Workplace Day of Action on November the 28th. Friends, Israel has no right to defend itself whilst it uses force to maintain a system of oppression. It is the Palestinian people who have a right to defend themselves, a right to resist, including as enshrined in international law through armed resistance. The Palestinian people will never give up their struggle for liberation. You can assassinate and kill individuals, but you can never kill a spirit of resistance that is founded. It's founded on the principle that it is better to die on one's feet than live a lifetime of subjugation upon your knees. So friends, as long as the Palestinian people struggle for liberation, so will we sustain our solidarity, our protest, our campaigning, our boycotting until the day of liberation finally arrives. From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Thank you.